Okay, am I back up again? Hopefully. Hold on. I can't tell. I think I'm back up. Maybe. Hey, what's up, Jerry? All right, I'm gonna try. I've got enough time. We can try something else, but I don't know if this will stay up either. But let's roll with it. We'll give it a try. If this one gets taken down, I'll just end and I'll be back tomorrow for reflection. But I don't know what happened with the other one. But let's try something else, and hopefully this one will work. But if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Because I have no idea about the. I have no idea who owns this. I'm being seen and heard, hopefully.
Millions of viewers watch pro wrestling every week, making it America's most popular sports entertainment. Recently, more fans watched WrestleMania 3 than any other indoor sporting event in the United States.
Savvy.
But
Oh,
all
what a
is
great
not as it
video that is.
seems. The two wrestlers you are about to see on this
What
tape
in the
are
world
superstars
is
of the
that
sport, having
about?
battled on national TV, major arenas throughout the country, and around the globe from Japan
I
to the
couldn't
Middle
think of
East.
what to title the
What
stream.
happens when these two wrestlers get a raw deal from their chosen profession? They don't get mad.
They get even.
They have gone to great lengths to protect their identities, donning masks and tights. Never again will you ask, is it real or is it fake? Because now, for the first time ever,
Clam diving.
they're ready to reveal. Secrets of pro wrestling.
Hope you guys are ready. The only thing I could think of was when I was trying to come up with a title for the stream, for some reason all I could think about was clam diving. I couldn't think of no other words were present. Clam diving. Where's Farzan at? This is like a feature-length version of the Jeff Jarrett poster. Imagine seeing the title Clam Diving and this is what you come into. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. ATF Media, you know you can eat this shit up. Very believable acting. It's very gay, yes. Gay maxing. The reason that I thought about clam diving is because that's what all of my Twitch titles used to be some manner of clam diving. So it's just like muscle memory. When I go to make my title, I'm just thinking about clam. If I didn't know any better, I would think this was a porno. I can give it a trial run. I've been wondering about that too. I'm not going to give up on IWA. I think I can figure it out. I just trusted it instead of pre-screening it, but
To further protect their identities, the wrestlers have refused to talk on this tape. However, everything you'll hear in the following segments comes straight from the horse's mouth. No holds barred.
they put one of those like voice things on. He's like, "Yeah, that's when I walked down the hallway at the garden and I saw, Vince, senior, and he was flipping a coin. He was always flipping a coin."
The first thing a wrestler learns is how to fall properly. In wrestling lingo, it's called...
Yeah, like when I did that, it literally felt like it just knocked all the wind out of me. Like even after I'd done it a few times and kind of got an idea of how to at least do it a little bit better, it's still just like, I was like, nuh-uh.
Called taking a bump. To make each fall look brutal and yet not have to send his weekly paycheck straight to a chiropractor, every wrestler has a standard approach. When any
J.W.
contact
McKinney's
is
under
made,
that
He
mask.
throws out his feet, lands flat on his upper back, and breaks the fall by slapping his arms to the canvas.
No cell phones in sight, just three muscle
This
men
move is
holding
called a
hands in the
shoulder tackle.
evening.
It's a common fall in pro wrestling. Although the contact is different, notice that he takes the fall in the same exact manner. Here's a nice punch to the side of the jaw. Although the contact is always
That was like
different,
Jimmy-esque.
the bump
Here's a
remains
nice
the same.
punch. He tagged me in some controversial posts he's made lately, which I always appreciate.
What do you wrestling fans notice different about this move? Yeah, it's the old coconut headbutt. What doesn't change? Taking a bump. That's what.
What do you think, guys?
Watch how he takes the fall.
Do one of you
His
want to
feet
Google
lunge
it and
out,
see who they are?
he lands on his
Secrets of
back
Pro
and
Wrestling,
slaps his arms on the mat.
1987. Wonder what got that video taken down, the IWA one. I won't know till tomorrow.
Running the ropes in pro wrestling is what helps make this sports entertainment so exciting. It also adds a lot of movement, and that makes for fast-paced action.
Loverboy
Every
James
wrestler
Edwards.
takes the ropes
Oh,
the
James
same
Edward
way.
Holden, yeah.
He catches the rope under his right arm and uses the momentum to catapult him to the next rope.
The sick
These
evil
are reversals
freaks
off the
keeping me
ropes.
from finding
Wrestlers
love and
frequently
fame on
use these to
YouTube,
set up
keeping
for
me
some
poor and living
heavy-duty
in my
action.
car. Period. Eddie
As for turnbuckles,
Mansfield
they're taken in
and
the
Jim
same
Wilson.
fashion
Okay,
every
yeah.
time. The ball is
Remember,
dispersed between the first and second turnbuckle.
Jim Wilson has been on other shows mainstream shows we've watched where he's speaking out against wrestling, and then remember like Dr. D got in his face on Morton Downey.
When the wrestler hits those buckles, you should get that nasty pop.
Harley Race was the booker for this? Is that true, really? Who made him mad? No relation to Edward James Olmos. I like how Jim Cornette calls
In wrestling,
Olmos
the name of the
almost.
game is getting over on the crowd. Wrestlers define the big sell as reacting to the blow or the move with a performance worthy
60
of an
bucks,
Academy
man.
Award.
Pricey.
Watch out! He's choking this guy to death on the ropes.
Oh, come on, ref.
Is he really? Or are they just selling the move?
Wait, what?
Now, watch the sequence without the wrestler selling it. Would you buy this? Hell no!
Hell no.
You want to see this.
Not just
A helpless
no,
wrestler
but
being
hell
choked
no.
by his vicious opponent, arms flailing, gasping for breath. Hey, wait a minute. He's wailing that guy, and nothing happened. Check it out now when the wrestler sells. Convincing, huh? Again, without the sell.
This is really, I mean, I'm having to really look at pro wrestling through a new lens now.
And now, with the sell. And you've been buying this all these years?
Sucker.
Imagine if you went to the arena and saw a body slam where the wrestler just got up like it was nothing. All these wrestlers have natural acting ability. This slam becomes believable when he clutches his lower back and moans in pain. This eye gouge looks pretty funny when the wrestler doesn't sell it.
Harley
But when the
Race
wrestler
listed,
reacts
wow.
properly to this move, he's like a
We've
blind man
went to
groping in the
great lengths to
darkness.
preserve the
That's why
identity
they
of
call
these
it the
masked
big
wrestlers,
sell.
starring Harley Race. Yeah, we need the secrets of ring rats. Speaking of clam diving.
All matches begin with a tie-up. It's the starting point of every match, like a face-off in ice hockey. From
Pretty
this
shocking
position,
stuff,
the wrestlers
Ember.
can communicate and call the next move. Although it looks like they're really slapping it on hard, the wrestler's tie-up is as light as can be. This grueling move is
Well, when
called
I
the
found
side
out that
headlock. But wait a
that
minute,
wrestling
how
was
grueling can it
predetermined as
really
I watched
be?
this video, I was so shocked I had to astrally project out
To
of
save
my
wear and tear on
you
themselves
know,
during a
vehicle,
match, the wrestlers
and
apply
I was
these
on
holds
a
with
yacht in
minimum amount of
Monaco
pressure.
getting
They call it
slurped up,
being light. Since these grapplers can wrestle up to 7 matches a week,
drinking
they have to
Cristal.
learn all the shortcuts they can to
Shout
make
out
the bouts
Francis
as easy as
Curzon.
possible.
What's up, Bob Brown?
Here we go with a top wrist lock test of strength.
Should I do another all women's episode, but call it like Boyd Clam Diving?
These modern-day gladiators
You think I get
are
canceled for
savagely
that?
testing their brute strength. But remember, they're not really putting any force into it, just shaking and groaning violently to convince the crowd of their Herculean struggle. Most of you fans have been buying it for years.
Wow.
Here's a trade secret for you. Remember it next time you're watching a match. Like all holds in wrestling, this wrist lock is applied on the left side of the body.
True.
In pro wrestling, all holds, moves, and takedowns are always performed from the left. It's just a uniform way of doing things. Watching these arm bars, again, note the use of the left arm in applying the hold. Again, there is very little pressure being used, and to help sell the move, the opponent stomps his foot on the canvas and groans in agony, clenching his fist in pain. But now that you're behind the scenes, you know it's really quite painless. Here's a series of excruciating hammer locks. Check out that left arm. By ducking back underneath, the wrestler can counter the hold and put his opponent in a hammer lock. Now, if there was any real pressure being applied, would that be possible? I doubt it.
Yeah. He really looks down on wrestling and the people who like it.
That can render any opponent helpless, but not if
yes,
it's pro
Bob Brown.
wrestling. He may be acting like a floundering fish, but he's
well,
really getting over on you.
I know one epic all-time rat. I think she works for Bret Hart now, I think. But there had to be some, like, known, like, big-name rats.
Here we go with a big hip toss. With moves of this kind, cooperation between the wrestlers is essential. The victim must spring off his toes while his opponent guides him down to the mat for a nice, crisp bump.
A nice, crisp bump. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a side headlock and roll. This takedown maneuver combines a side headlock with a simple
That's
roll.
what made the 80s great
Because such
in
minimal
general.
pressure's being
Nice,
applied
crisp
on the headlock,
bumps.
the victim just flows right with the move. Watch it again in slow motion. Here's a series of arm drag takedowns, a favorite of wrestlers for its acrobatic look. Wrestlers love to do what they call take their own bump. That is, as the hold is starting to be applied,
do you think these were profitable?
Low with the move. This ensures
like, do you think they even made much money from them?
Pay.
Oh God, I wish we could watch that one, but Shout Factory has the rights to it. They would zap me immediately.
When you watch a move like this, you wonder, why does the
Those are
wrestler
great
just
videos,
stand
though.
there
The
and let his
Magician's
opponent
Secrets
apply the
revealed.
hold? Cooperation. That's why. If there was no cooperation, a move like this step over wrist lock and roll wouldn't work. This hold is nothing more than a fancy way to take the opponent to the canvas. This is the old snapmare takedown. By simply spinning around and starting to apply pressure on the opponent's head, the victim is cued to send himself over in a somersault and take
AI
a bump
Music
flat on his
Secrets
back.
reveal.
Remember, it's the cooperation of both wrestlers that makes these moves so spectacular.
He has started posting them to his AI songs. I feel like I have
This is the move
a
that you
gift
fans
for
are most familiar
songwriting.
with. Every
I
wrestling
love
fan
the
has tried
Suno
a body
app.
slam on his friends at one time or another. But what you don't realize is that it would be impossible to slam a 250-pound opponent without his assistance. By posting his right hand on the other guy's left thigh and pushing upwards, the wrestler is able to slam his adversary effortlessly. Take notice how easily these guys get up after each demonstration. If they were in a match situation,
They need to
would
get
react
Dr. D
much
in there.
differently to these holds. But we're just showing you how easy it really is. The drop kick.
I don't
Here's a
know,
little
man.
trick of the trade. Watch how in stop action.
I'm sure some people, especially maybe veterans, maybe you get used to it, but like, yeah, I'm not saying that they hurt, but like I said, it felt like getting like the wind knocked out of me.
The toes just brush the chest and never actually make full contact. All the victim does is throw his weight back and take a nice clean bump. Now look
Nice
at the slow
clean
motion.
bump.
Devastating, huh? This is
It's
another
all
combo
so
move
awkward.
called the
It's like
side
I'm watching
wrist
a
lock and
Wings of
roll.
Redemption
Tucking
video,
your
hearing all that
opponent's arm
squeaking.
signals him to roll over and go with the move. Again, by thrashing the feet around on the canvas, the wrestler gives the audience the feeling they're in tremendous pain. But does it look like he's in pain?
No, he's
No
an
way.
actor, and you've been buying this bullshit for years, haven't you? Ooh, rope maneuvers. This is like a Bethadone adjacent. She's into the tie-up scenarios.
This aerial maneuver is called the standing leapfrog. The wrestler comes off the ropes, and it's his responsibility to duck low enough to avoid serious groin injury. Another prime example of two wrestlers working together. Wham! A shoulder tackle off the ropes. It looks like
I couldn't think of what's the word for like the
watch here in our stop action.
there's like a word for like Japanese rope play. I can't remember what it is
The wrestler
though.
throws his feet out and then takes his bump.
It's like a real fancy, real bougie sounding word.
Here we go with a brutal backdrop. Fans love to see a brutal backdrop. Watch here as the victim plants his hands on his opponent's back, pushes off, and is guided by his opponent into a perfect somersault, landing flat on his back. Now, let's watch it in slow motion. He plants his hands, launches himself, and lands nice and flat.
Isn't that like
Here
a
comes the
baseball
monkey
player?
flip. He jumps
I
on his
gave her the old
adversary's side, grabs the back of his head,
Shohei
and
Ohtani.
sails him off onto the mat. It wouldn't be very hard to get out of the way of this one.
I don't think
so
it's
I don't
hentai.
think. Hey, this is pro wrestling.
That's like tentacles and shit, I think.
The sunset flip is used as a surprise finishing move. A wrestler will usually whisper sunset flip to his opponent, then shoot him into the ropes. He'll bend over to give a backdrop, and the other wrestler hooks him around the waist, letting the momentum carry him over to the mat.
I'd be
Then
so
his
mad
opponent
if I
follows
ordered
up for
this
the
tape.
pinfall. Here's another angle on the sunset flip. He whips him into the rope. Boom! He delivers a vicious elbow smash. Now, let's see how it's really done. As the victim comes off the rope, the opponent stretches
I don't think
out
it's
his elbow, but look,
Bukkake.
the elbow barely touches him. From there,
No.
the feet go up. And
Well,
it's
that does
bump
involve a
time.
lot of ropes as well, but
Now,
in
here it is in
different
slow
in a
motion.
different way.
Here we have a savage Beal out of the turnbuckle.
Savage
But what's
Beal.
going on here? He's back on his feet. The opponent hooks his arm under the victim's left arm, takes a couple of steps with him, and then the victim performs a
I mean, I
somersault.
would just be so mad if I spent
Doesn't
like
look
money
he's in much pain,
buying this tape
does
back
it?
in the day.
Here's a real popular move these days, the dreaded clothesline. But look,
These
he's getting
days,
right up again. He whips him into the rope.
Here's a
catches
real
him with his
popular move
outstretched
these
arm,
days,
and
a
hangs him out to
clothesline.
dry. Now,
I bet you
this
think
is how
it
it's
breaks
done.
his fucking neck,
Just
don't
like
you?
the elbow smash,
You
the
would
feet go
believe
up,
that,
and it
wrestling
takes a
fan.
bump, absorbing the impact on his upper back. To the fans, it looks like he's getting his head taken off. But now you know better, don't you?
Don't you? This guy really hates wrestling.
Here we go with a hip toss off the ropes. As the wrestler comes barreling off the rope, he's hooked under the left arm and sent into motion. If this was a match, you'd think this wrestler would pop
It is
back up on
more
his
of a
feet. No way!
more useful as
He'd
a
lie on the
primer
canvas
than it is
and
as like an
sell it.
expose, in my opinion. You could learn how to do a few basic moves from watching this. I bet you thought he'd be vomiting up his own blood all over the ring from that vicious
He's
knee.
off the ropes.
Fool!
Ooh, a crippling knee to the midsection. But hang on. There he goes again. But this time in stop action, we can see the knee doesn't even touch him. He's just performing a nice, easy somersault over the knees and then getting up like nothing happened. From this angle, though, it looks brutal.
The what stuff?
This looks like a killer. A devastating smash to the mat, guaranteed to rattle your teeth.
Or does it? Wrong.
But here's the secret that makes it a breeze for the victim. Watching this stop action, you see the opponent's hands hit the canvas first, absorbing the impact. When performed in a match, this can finish the toughest opponent. When performed for our secret cameras, he bounces right back.
How are they secret cameras? I know, he seems really bitter, whoever it is. I wonder if it's, what's that one guy's name? The Rat? Nate the Rat. I bet you think this suplex had put a fella in the hospital, don't you, idiot? Wrong!
Here's one for those bloodthirsty fans. The high vertical suplex.
Here's something
This is
for a
favorite
bloodthirsty
finishing hold for many
fan,
of the
a
top pros.
suplex.
Our two superstars here are demonstrating the teamwork necessary to pull this one off. Here's the secret. The right hand is posted on the left thigh, very similar to the body slam. And as the wrestler is hauled up, he pushes off with the right hand, making himself light as a feather.
What is a weird video? I bet you idiots thought that his head was really locked in.
The side suplex, when delivered correctly, can really wow the fans. But it's a very easy maneuver for the victim as he is guided to the canvas
By a
his
sick evil
opponent.
freak.
He lands on his upper back and breaks the fall with his arms. Check it out again.
That squeaking is driving me crazy. I like that little clap that he gave him.
This move is the double underhook, a variation of the suplex. It's another nasty looking fall, but as we've learned, looks can be very deceiving in the world of pro wrestling. By leaping simultaneously while the other wrestler pulls him over, the victim is again guided through the move, landing flat on his back.
Wonder if these guys felt good about themselves for doing this. I think everyone involved with the production of Secrets of Pro Wrestling 1987 are sick,
We've
evil
seen other
freaks.
wrestlers finish off opponents with this leg drop before, haven't we? You'd think with 250 pounds crashing down, that leg would crush your chest.
You blame Lawler?
But let's look again at the stop action. Here we see the wrestler's rear end strikes the canvas first.
There's always the
absorbing all
possibility
the
that there
impact,
could have been a
and the leg
performative
strike the
element to
victim's
whatever
chest
was happening,
with
Bob
little or
Brown.
no force.
So it could be adjacent.
He's off the ropes. Oh no, he's caught in the sleeper hold. He's really applying the pressure now. There he goes. He's falling asleep. Deep, deep into dreamland.
Oh, you probably think this guy's having a nice, relaxing, nice, relaxing snooze, don't you?
But wait a
That's
minute.
foolishness.
He's not asleep.
He's wide awake.
This is one that even makes the pros.
I'm gonna make
laugh.
one of these, and I'm gonna reveal all the Boit secrets. I'm gonna tell the real stories behind some of the most iconic moments in the Boit and how they were actually just staged.
You fans could believe that this hold is for real. Then again, you believed all those other holds until
You
now.
believed everything else. This guy hates wrestling and anyone who likes wrestling. Stop squeaking.
It's a crunching backbreaker, but not really. It's another move of illusion.
Just like the two doinks. It's an illusion.
From the body slam position, the victim is dropped across the knee. By holding the victim firmly, it becomes an easy ride down with a soft stop at the bottom.
This guy is just so over the top. Just that would, a lot of people would
Looks
find
like
just
a
doing
fatal
that
elbow
unpleasant.
drop. There it is. Now,
A
let's
nice
shatter
soft
the
land.
mystique behind that hold. Once again, caught in stop action, the whole
This is
story
nuts.
is told. The body strikes the canvas, absorbing the impact, while the elbow gently falls across the chest. Sorry to shatter your beliefs, but somebody has to do it.
Sorry to shatter your beliefs.
A vicious neck breaker like this
Somebody
can lay
get
you up
that
in
to
traction
Grace.
for
She needs to
weeks.
start using that.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's what
for
they'd like
shattering
you to
your
think.
beliefs.
But it just ain't so. When the wrestler straightens out the arm, it's the signal for the other athlete to swing around
Yep,
and
boy,
land flat on
busted.
his back. We've saved the best for last. The pile driver looks devastating, but don't believe everything you see. For the victim, it's simply a matter of tucking the chin, grabbing
Thoughts
the
on Grace
opponent's
going to
thighs,
Vegas?
and hanging
I
on
mean,
for the
it just
ride.
depends.
You can't keep a good man down.
Who's she gonna collab with? Anybody? Jerry Lawler. Yeah, get my lawyer, get my attorney, J.W. McKinney, please. Nobody undermines the king.
Look out! Head into turnbuckle. Wait a second. His hands are hitting first and
Oh,
shielding his
well,
head.
yeah.
Notice he's also stopping the mat to make that loud crash.
The Jedi are going back to New York. I don't know if they'll be, if they're, she's going to be there when they're there, or if it's just Joy going to New York.
Now that can give you some headache, or can it? Watch closely once again. The hands are slapping the mat first, so his head never touches, and he's up.
Oh, well, shit, if she's got a
Ouch,
backer,
that
then, I
sure
mean, it's
looks
automatically
nasty.
a
But
W
yeah,
for
you
her, then.
guessed it. The hands
That's
are
like
quicker
a,
than
that's
the
like
eyes.
a sold show. I mean, that takes a lot of the pressure off. You probably think this ring post is going to bust his head wide open. Wrong, it's made of chocolate. And it's a delicious dive.
There's the old eye gouge. He looks maimed. But I guess that's pretty hard to do when you're just rubbing your fingers over your opponent's eyes.
This...
Now on the comical side, certainly, a blatant poke in the eyes. This one really could put you out of commission if he actually poked you in the eyes and not the forehead.
I shouldn't be watching content this ridiculous, this deep into the stream, but... Oh no, not explaining the nut
Look at
shot.
these vicious cheap shots. This poor guy's gonna be singing soprano after that. But don't get upset. He's hitting him in the keister, not the groin. It's all part of the grand illusion, my friends.
Oh my god.
He's charging in for the kill. Ooh, another low blow.
He's
But
hitting
this
him in the
time
taint.
You know how it's done, right? Well, you're correct. Let's watch. Again, the foot strikes the old can, leaving the family jewels intact.
The foot strikes the old can? I have to hear that again, I'm sorry.
Let's watch. Again, the foot strikes the old can, leaving the family jewels intact.
Oh my god. Wow. That guy's a constant clapper. Let's go. The old can.
Holy cow! These two monsters have broken out into a slugfest. Look at them trading those vicious blows. Someone's gonna get knocked out cold. Well, maybe not.
Bruised taint, for sure.
A vicious blow to the skull, and now a chopping shot to the forehead. You want to know how it's done? Well, the wrestler pulls his punches just short of the mark, and the victim sells.
Want to know how it works? He doesn't really hit him. His windpipe is ruined. He'll never speak again, or will he?
A closer look reveals the hand never touching the throat. A magician uses sleight of hand. Well, so does a pro wrestler. Talk about kicking a man when he's down.
I think they already
He's
were in
brutally
Anjay.
stomping
Jim
his
Wilson
adversary.
had a lot of
But
problems.
just a little footnote. He stomps with his left foot while he barely touches him with the right.
Those were Hershey kisses. Dummy.
4th and 40. Let's punt. What is this?
My
Football?
god, his ribs are turned to powder.
It's just pro
No, they're
wrestling.
perfectly fine.
Stomping with the left,
In
lightly
fact, they're
grazed
better
with
than
the
ever.
right. A little selling from the wrestler, and once again, you've sold the crowd. They're at it again. He's gonna cave in his chest. Come on now. It's just a matter of popping the meaty part of your forearm against the width of his chest. Sounds painful?
Listen, guys, just take the meaty part of your forearm and put it across the width of her chest, and everything else is just...
It's cake.
it's cake. I can't believe this is real. Do you think they were like, they're gonna wish they never messed with us? Once we get this into the hands of the public, it's a wrap.
Here's the wrestler putting down the hammer. He's knocking this guy senseless. As you can see, it's just like the forearms, just like the punches, just like the kicks. It's all in the cell. A necktie party. How can that guy breathe? He's suffocating. Listen, you tell me how he's supposed to choke that guy with those arms draped over the ropes.
A necktie party.
If we choked all the wrestlers, who would entertain you, pencil-necked geeks?
Wow. Maybe this guy's just really tough.
Bon voyage, brother. Have a nice trip. Hope you brought a first aid kit. These barbarians aren't doing any damage. He's grabbing the rope and letting it strike across the top of the chest. The rope springs, snapping him back to the mat.
He does sound like he'd have a big cigar. Huh. It's just a matter of gently falling onto the concrete floor and then rolling like a professional stuntman would. Easy, folks. Oh, what is this? An Inferno match? Or is Kane
They're
coming
going
down?
at it for real. Should be one brutal encounter. Okay, remember what you've learned. The wrestlers have done their bit. Now, make up your own mind. Is it real or is it fake?
What's up, Sammy Boy Smith? NHL fights, nice. Don't worry, folks, he didn't hit him in the groin, he just hit him in the old can. I kind of hope that guy wins, but I'm not super invested, but I kind of am. I don't like the guy in the blue. I just don't care for him. He'll never walk again. I mean, that's it. Well, there he's recovering, I guess. Wait a minute. I know, dude, this song, it really hits. Just, I feel like I'm on a balcony, like in New Orleans, and all the crowd's going by, and I'm smoking a big joint, getting slurped up by some voodoo priestess. If you guys haven't heard the new release from Secrets of Pro Wrestling, it's got that nostalgia. It makes you feel nostalgic. That wasn't even a real barber shop. It was a set erected at the arena. No haircutting ever took place there. The song make me feel like I'm drifting into the cosmos on the back of a giant Galapagos tortoise, getting slurped up by a Viking trad maiden. Man, I'm gonna be sad when this song ends. This is like anything could happen music. You probably think these are real tears. Hell yeah, Randy. No way. This is real. This is from the Nuts music. This the kind of music make you feel like 10 feet tall. Paul Bunyan energy. Like, you would not want to start drama with someone at a pool table if this music was playing, because it would immediately pop off, like, for sure. I do really like the combination of the match and the music. Punches right can. This is actually a pretty good match. I mean, all things considered. What if they panned over and it was heavy metal Van Hammer playing the music the whole time? Man, I can't help but be invested with the music. I don't like the way the flow of the match is leading me to think who's going to win it, and I'm not happy about that outcome, but I mean, what can I do about it? Music will make you feel like you're back in like the King Arthur days. You just like pulled Excalibur out of a stone and you're about to jam some like, you know, medieval princesses, you know, jam the clam in medieval times while you're eating like a big Tony Yo-Man sized feast. What a great song. This is my this is my holy blindfold, okay? What a match. Look at this guy's face. Look at his eyes. Hell yeah. This is living on the end of a lightning bolt music. They're like, hey, listen, pro wrestling isn't that great or that cool after all, is it? And then they put on an incredible array of wrestling match meets crazy hair metal. Friendship is a work. Is this the same match that we just watched? Oh man, this music is just epic. It makes me feel like I'm in the video game Double Dragon. Yeah, it was a really strange vibe until it got to the actual match. I just found the whole thing to be very awkward. Well, but then the guy got increasingly ridiculous. Ooh, right to the can. Yes, Janinsky. And they probably weren't looking at it like an expose. They were probably like, oh, cool, we can learn how to do some of this stuff ourselves. Over the top, nice. A Canon classic. Canon is my all-time favorite movie, like, production company. They're like, hey, make sure you hit the sunset flip for emphasis. This music is just sick. Me and Daninsky hanging out with like 80s Burt Reynolds to this. I'd be with Burt Reynolds, Daninsky would be with the Dukes of Hazzard. I don't think I ever thought it was real, but I never really thought about it because I just always viewed it like I viewed movies. Like I just thought it was like, you know, something to watch. But I don't ever remember thinking that it was real or really even like caring or anything. Which plays forward into me being able to watch people's real lives like their TV shows. It's a dark spiral, guys. Driving around with Magnum PI, yep. Taking out reverse mortgages. Then there's a special episode where I get beat up by Ernie Reyes Jr. Get Jedi Rich to play this? This is, yeah. Wow. Where's Farzan? Is this past his gay boundaries? Oh, there's even more. Directed by John A. Gallagher. What about Alan Smithy? Carl E. Cherasia. Frank LeBuono. Patrick Wenz and Frank LeBuono. Do you think, how many of these do you think are actual, like, real names? Patrick Wenz, Jim English, Mike Ward. Chris Feasing. He did a great job. You could hear every fucking squeak of the ring for sure. Music by David Snyder. Man, what a king. What an absolute king. I can't believe we're watching and reacting to every credit. There you go, Steve Roy. Bitter fuck Steve Roy complaining through the whole thing. Frank Farrell, Margaret Hall, Michael Buenafuente, and Myrna Williams. Denise Haku DiSalvo. Is that code? Fred Davidson, art director. He did a good job. Barbara Nietzsche. Yeah, David Snyder, definite queen. Pete Chirizia was the transportation captain. That needed to be in the credits. I don't care what they put, just keep this music going, man. Man out on a speedboat, you know? Grace in one of those like 90s sparkle sequin dresses. Cutting across the ocean waves. Big stacks of coke in the back.
Coming soon.
Oh
Secrets
man,
of Pro
Volume
Wrestling
2.
Volume 2. Will the wrestlers reveal their true identities to the world? Only time will tell.
Alright, I'll try to find part 2 for next time. DeSalvo. I kind of thought that too. What's the rest of the tape? Oh, it's just dead air. We can sit here for a couple minutes. We can wind down. Grace and Genie was sung on a boat. Hell yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to go. Thank you for hanging out, though. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to deep dive into Reflection, which I think is going to be exciting. And I have noticed, going back and looking through some of the Reflection content, that you can, in my opinion, tell that the band is having problems way before Blondie gets there, the Yoko Ono of the group gets there. But I think we can, if we go back and we just focus on Reflection, I think we can get to the bottom of it sooner or later. But anyway, I gotta go. I don't know how to come down after that music. I mean, I don't know how do I transition back into a normal life after that hype soundtrack. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. I appreciate it.